Okay, good morning, all of you. So, in the previous session, we discussed that two biasing techniques. One is forward bias, and second one is reverse bias. Okay, once again, let's revise the things. So, here I consider that the block diagram. Okay, this is P type, this is N type. In the P region, the negative ion layer is present, and in the N region, the positive ion layer is present. So this is called as a depletion region. So when the P region of a PN junction diode, when it is connected to the positive terminal, and N region, when it is connected to the negative terminal of external supply, then this diode is said to be in a forward bias. Similarly, when once again I consider that the block diagram of a PN junction diode, in a P region, the negative ion layer, in the N region, the positive ion layer. So this layer is called as a depletion layer, space charge region. And now, when the P region, when it is connected to the negative terminal, and when the N region is connected to the positive terminal of external supply, then we say that the diode is connected in a reverse bias. With the help of a symbol, if I want to show that the forward bias diode and the reverse bias diode, so as this is the symbol, in this symbol, this arrow represents the anode and this bar represents the cathode. It means that this arrow represents the P region, which acts as the anode, and the bar represents that N region, which acts as a cathode. And when it is connected, आता ज्यावेळेस आपल्याला फॉरवर्ड बायस मध्ये कनेक्ट करायचं असेल तर मला हा एरो हा पॉझिटिव्ह टर्मिनलला कनेक्ट करावा लागेल आणि हा जो काही बार आहे it acts as a n region negative terminal is connected to the negative terminal. Now this is also the forward bias condition of a PN junction. Now, with the help of symbol, if I want to represent the reverse bias condition, at the most of the times, what is the mistakes from the students? Let me repeat it. मुलांना कन्सेप्ट माहित आहे की एक्सटर्नल बॅटरीची पोलॅरिटी जर चेंज केली तर फॉरवर्ड बायस किंवा रिव्हर्स बायस होते, परंतु मुलं काय करतात काही प्रमाणामध्ये they change that the polarity of this diode itself. But let me clear that once the diode is prepared, it has its a fixed polarity. This terminal, it acts as a positive terminal. Means that arrow never be acts as a negative terminal. It is always positive because it indicates the P region. And this bar always indicates the negative terminal. It will never act as a positive terminal of a diode is there. So the polarity of a diode, it should not be changed. Or we cannot be changed here. That polarity is always fixed. And now we can change the polarity as per that our requirement. Now this positive terminal of a diode, when it is connected to the negative terminal of external battery, and the negative terminal of a diode, when it is connected to the positive terminal of external battery, then this diode is called in a reverse bias. This is in a forward bias. Okay, this is a very important thing. And that another thing is that as we know that when the diode is connected in a forward bias, it can conduct the current easily. Is it right? What we say that it can conduct the current. But if you see the theory of a reverse bias, can I say that it will not conduct the current? It will not conduct the current. Actually, this is the expected thing is there. This is the expected thing. But practically, the reverse bias diode will conduct the current very small in terms of microampere or nanoampere, and that current is called as reverse saturation Correct. Okay. Now, as the forward bias condition will conduct the current easily, so we say that the resistance offered by the forward bias diode is very less, is in order of ohm. And as the diode connected in a reverse bias will not conduct the current though you increase the voltage, म्हणजे जरी voltage increase झालं तरी current increase होत नाही. What it indicates, the reverse bias diode offer a maximum resistance. Okay, and I think it should be in terms of mega ohm is there. Now when the diode is connected in a forward bias, what is the effect on the width of the depletion layer? So the width of, give me 1 minute. Width of depletion layer get reduces, and in the reverse bias, width of depletion layer get increased. Now another one difference is that in the forward bias, a current flow due to the movement of a majority charge carrier. Majority charge carrier. But if we see the theory in the reverse bias, a current will not flow due to the majority carrier because the majority carriers are attracted towards the terminal of a battery. But in the reverse bias, current will flow due to the minority charge carriers. Get it, my point? And now, if I want to draw the graph for forward bias and the reverse bias, so according to the theory, let me consider that x-axis and the y-axis. The first quadrant, I think so this one is the first quadrant. I just consider to draw the graph for forward bias condition, and the third quadrant I just consider for reverse bias because both are reverse. As we know that this is our 0 point, it's our starting point. In a forward bias condition, when the forward bias voltage is less than the barrier potential, आता मी इथं ते barrier potential V0 न दाखवतो. मग हे V0 म्हणजे काय? Barrier potential आहे. Barrier potential. मग ते सिलिकॉन डायोडच्या बाबतीमध्ये किती आहे? It becomes 0.7 volt. Germanium, it becomes 0.3 volt. मग डायोड कोणता घ्यायचा आहे तो तुम्ही डिसाइड करा. Means up to the barrier potential, the current flowing through the forward bias diode is very negligible. But when the forward bias voltage is barrier potential or above the barrier potential, current will increases linearly up to the maximum value of the forward bias voltage. I say that it's a VF maximum, and in that case, the maximum current it will flow through it. If I increase, आता ही maximum value है. If I increase the forward bias voltage above the maximum level, a maximum above the maximum current can flow through the diode, and diode it will be permanently damaged. So we have to stop over here. We have to take care that forward bias voltage should not go beyond its maximum level. Also, we have to take care that forward bias current should not go beyond its maximum current, otherwise that circuit will be damaged or the diode will be damaged. Is it right? And then, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if I want to draw the graph for the reverse bias condition, as you know that in the reverse bias, the current will flow due to the minority carrier, minority carrier is not depends upon the reverse bias voltage, but it is depends upon the temperature. If the temperature is constant, minority carrier are constant, and due to that the constant current it will flow through the reverse bias diode. You can see that it's a constant current. It means that now what you observe, the reverse bias, though the reverse bias voltage increases, the reverse bias current it will not increase. It's almost constant because it is totally depends upon the minority carrier. But up to what level that minority current it flows, again there is a point, and I think in the previous session we discussed that up to the breakdown voltage VBR, and that is also called as a Zener voltage.
Neon.
No, this is the knee voltage. You can say that this is the knee voltage. And now in terms of reverse bias, we say that it's a breakdown voltage or Zener voltage. म्हणजे त्या एका सर्टन व्हॅल्यू पर्यंत तुमचा मायनॉरिटी करंट हा कॉन्स्टंट मध्ये फ्लो होईल. बट आफ्टर वन्स द रिव्हर्स बायस व्होल्टेज इज अबव द ब्रेकडाऊन व्होल्टेज, मग प्रत्येक डायोडचं ब्रेकडाऊन व्होल्टेज हे वेगवेगळं आहे, जेनर व्होल्टेज हे वेगवेगळं आहे. गेट इट माय पॉइंट. आफ्टर once the reverse bias voltage is above the Zener voltage, and त्या Zener voltage ची रेंज आहे 2 volt to 200 volt. म्हणजे काही डायोड साठी ती 2 volt असेल, काही डायोड साठी ही 4 volt असेल, काही डायोड साठी 6 volt. इट्स डिपेंड्स अपॉन द हाऊ द डायोड इज प्रिपेअर्ड. म्हणजे ज्यावेळेस डायोड मॅन्युफॅक्चर केला जातो तो पर्टिक्युलर पर्पज साठी मॅन्युफॅक्चर केला जातो. मग तो ज्या पर्टिक्युलर पर्पज साठी मॅन्युफॅक्चर केलेला आहे त्याच्यावरून त्याची फिक्स रेंज ही मॅन्युफॅक्चरने दिलेली असते, अँड दॅट रेंज इज 2 volt to 200 volt. मग जर सपोज आपण असं कन्सिडर केलं की 2 व्होल्टच्या डायोडचा आपण ग्राफ करतोय, म्हणजे जोपर्यंत रिव्हर्स बायस व्होल्टेज हे 0 पासून 2 व्होल्ट पर्यंत आहे तोपर्यंत मायनॉरिटी कॅरियर फ्लो होईल. मायनॉरिटी कॅरियर मुळे करंट फ्लो होईल आणि तो कॉन्स्टंट असेल. पण ज्यावेळेस हे रिव्हर्स बायस व्होल्टेज हे अबाउट 2 व्होल्ट जाईल, then abruptly current it will be increased. Abruptly current it will be increases, and this region we call it's a breakdown region. Breakdown region. And in that region also the diode it will be permanently damaged, and this current is called as reverse saturation current. Get it my point? So it's my request to you all, please take the screenshot of this slide. Okay, and now my basic question is that the junction breakdown occurs in forward bias or reverse bias?
Reverse bias.
What are the two processes due to which the junction breakdown occurs? One is avalanche breakdown, and another one is Zener breakdown. Avalanche breakdown means due to the increase in a velocity of a minority carrier, and the Zener breakdown is due to the increase in the electric field in the depletion layer. Get it my point? Due to these two reasons, due to these two mechanisms, the junction breakdown occurs in a reverse bias condition. Is it that clear? Okay, have you taken the screenshot of it?
Yes.
Okay, now just try to have a look on the diode characteristic. One is the forward characteristic. Now this is the diode symbol. Arrow represents the positive terminal, which is going to be connected to the positive terminal of a battery. Okay, with the rheostat. आता इथं जो वापरलेला आहे हा, that is called as a variable resistor. Why that variable resistors are used? कारण फक्त आपल्याला करंट डायोड मधून फ्लो होणाऱ्या करंटची एकच व्हॅल्यू आणि व्होल्टेजची एकच व्हॅल्यू त्याच्यावरून ग्राफ आपण ड्रॉ करू शकतो का हो डायोडचा? जर आपल्याला ग्राफ ड्रॉ करायचा असेल फॉरवर्ड व्होल्टेज वर्सेस फॉरवर्ड करंट, तर आपल्याला व्होल्टेज इन्क्रीज करता आलं पाहिजे, डायोडच्या अक्रॉस व्होल्टेज इन्क्रीज करता आलं पाहिजे, त्यातून फ्लो होणारा करंट व्हॅरी झाला पाहिजे. म्हणजे मल्टिपल व्हॅल्यूज ज्यावेळेस असतील फॉरवर्ड बायस व्होल्टेजच्या आणि फॉरवर्ड बायस करंटच्या, त्यावेळेस आपण ग्राफ ड्रॉ करू शकतो. मग त्या मल्टिपल व्हॅल्यूज कशा मिळवायच्या, तर तो रेझिस्टन्स यूज करू. ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही रेझिस्टन्स यूज करता त्यावेळेस त्या व्हेरिएबल रेझिस्टरचा जर रेझिस्टन्स आपण व्हॅरी केला तर डायोडच्या अक्रॉसचं व्होल्टेज व्हॅरी होईल, त्यातून फ्लो होणारा करंट व्हॅरी होईल आणि ते व्हॅरी होणारे करंट आणि व्होल्टेज जर आपण मेजर केले तर त्याच्यावरून आपल्याला ग्राफ ड्रॉ करता येईल. सो फॉर दॅट पर्पज ओनली वी हॅव यूज द रिओस्टॅट, or you can say that potentiometer, or you can say that variable resistor, nothing greater than that. But here if you observe that the positive terminal of a diode is connected to positive terminal of external battery and the negative terminal is connected to the negative terminal of external battery, you can see here. And as you know that the current is always measured in a series, that concept I have already explained, and the voltage is always measured with a parallel. So that this is the voltmeter and this is the ammeter which will measure. Now this voltmeter will measure the voltage across this diode. आता तो इथं डायग्राम मध्ये इथं दाखवलाय, मग तुम्ही जर या ठिकाणी जरी दाखवला तरी हरकत नाही. या ठिकाणी पण मेजर करू शकता, या ठिकाणी पण मेजर करू शकता. इट्स राईट, नथिंग ग्रेटर दॅन दॅट. म्हणजे कन्फ्यूज होऊ नका. And the current is ammeter is always connected in series with that the diode, because current always measure in a series. So this is the basic arrangement to draw the graph for the forward bias voltage is there. Now see that here I consider the forward bias voltage, forward bias current, and we have that such types of graph here. So now if you observe that this is the knee point here, this is the linear region and this is the knee voltage, the voltage from which the current in the forward bias diode increases linearly, that voltage we call it a knee voltage is there. Okay, now see that the reverse bias condition, the diode, it means that reverse bias, the negative, this is the negative terminal of a diode, you can see that it is connected to the positive terminal of external battery, and this is the positive terminal of a diode is connected to the negative terminal of external battery. So that here I say the diode is connected in a reverse bias. But have you observed that the one thing, if you see that in the forward bias we know that the current can easily flow, so the ammeter range I just kept as a milliammeter because current can easily flow through it. But if you observe here in the reverse bias, one change I have made it here, that is nothing but microampere, because in a reverse bias a very small current, practically negligible current, it flows through the reverse bias, that to be in terms of microampere or nanoampere is there. And then if I say that the reverse bias voltage and the reverse bias current, now you can just see here. Once again, you can observe up to the Zener voltage, no current it will flow. But after the Zener voltage, the current it will be increases abnormally due to the avalanche effect and the Zener effect. And that voltage is called as a breakdown voltage. You can also call it as a Zener voltage is there. Get it, my point? So these is nothing but VI characteristics of a PN junction diode. And from this graph, you can easily say that when the diode is connected in a forward bias, it offers the less resistance. And when the diode is connected in a reverse bias, it offers the maximum resistance is there. And the resistance offered by the diode, we can calculate by using the formula as per the Ohm's law. If I say that the diode is connected to the DC supply, then we say that the static resistance, which is equal to any voltage you can get it at any point, you can take it that voltage and the current, that will give that the DC resistance. And dynamic resistance, it means that you have to note it down in this way. Is it that clear? This formula is nothing but just Ohm's law. Okay, so please take a screenshot of it. Okay. Now, all of you, have you taken or not?
Yes, sir. Taken.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if I want to speak about ideal diode, what or better way? Let me take that the new slide. Huh? If I want to speak about ideal diode, आता हा ideal diode हा concept हा imaginary. Ideal diode concept ha imaginary. Then also we will try to speak about ideal PN junction diode. आता मला सांगा, the PN junction diode, what is the basic property of a PN junction diode? Basic. For what purpose that diode is designed? This is the symbol of a PN junction diode. The purpose behind in the formation of a PN junction diode, it conduct the current only in one direction. म्हणजे बेसिक पर्पज हा डायोड डिझाईन करण्याच्या पाठीमागे असा होता की तो कंडक्ट कॅरी करेल किंवा करंट कॅरी करेल इन वन डायरेक्शन ओनली अँड इन दिस ओनली, आणि ती डायरेक्शन सुद्धा फिक्स होती इन अ फॉरवर्ड बायस. बट प्रॅक्टिकली व्हॉट हॅपन? Practically, in the reverse bias also, a small current it flows, which is not expected. And now when I say that this is an ideal diode, it's an imaginary concept, then what you speak about that ideal diode? In a forward bias or in a reverse bias? What do you speak? आता इमॅजिन करा, आपलं पर्पज काय होता मी तुमच्या समोर ठेवलेलं आहे. Then what you can speak about that ideal diode?
In forward bias condition, diode should be does not oppose to current.
Absolutely correct. Very nice point you have picked up. And what about you can say about that reverse bias?
In reverse bias condition, diode should oppose resistance of infinite.
Absolutely correct. म्हणजे आपली जी काय बेसिक कंडिशन आहे, काय कंडिशन आहे? इट शुड कंडक्ट द करंट ओनली इन वन डायरेक्शन अँड दॅट टू बी इन अ फॉरवर्ड बायस. इट मीन्स दॅट आता जर आयडियली स्पीक करायचं असेल तर आयडियल डायोड कंडक्ट द करंट ओनली इन अ फॉरवर्ड बायस अँड इट विल नॉट कंडक्ट द करंट इन अ रिव्हर्स बायस. पण प्रॅक्टिकल डायोडच्या बाबतीमध्ये हे स्टेटमेंट ट्रू नाही, कारण रिव्हर्स बायस मध्ये प्रॅक्टिकल डायोडच्या बाबतीमध्ये रिव्हर्स बायस मध्ये करंट फ्लो होतोय. It means that, can I say that the forward bias resistance of an ideal diode is a zero? What Pawan says that right now? Why I say that the forward bias resistance is a zero? कारण हे तर एक्सपेक्ट करतोय आपण की फॉरवर्ड बायस मध्ये त्यांना करंट हा इझिली कंडक्ट केला पाहिजे. मग करंट इझिली कंडक्ट केला पाहिजे म्हणजे आपण आयडियली काय इमॅजिन करूया की रेजिस्टन्स झिरो असू शकतो. हे practically possible आहे का? No. That's why I say that it's an imaginary concept. And when the diode is connected in a reverse bias, then definitely it must apply the infinite resistance. And when the diode is connected in a reverse bias and when it apply that infinite resistance, it means that the no current it flow through that. It means that I becomes zero. And that is the expected things. And this is our intention behind that the PN junction diode. But this is the ideal concept. Another thing is that, can I say that when the diode is connected in a forward bias, we consider that it offer the zero resistance, means when the diode is connected in a forward bias, it acts like a short circuit. Do you agree with my point? Short circuit means what? बघितलाय concept. Short circuit is nothing but zero resistance path. म्हणजे ज्यावेळेस डायोड हा फॉरवर्ड बायस मध्ये ऍक्ट होईल त्यावेळेस सपोज मी आता इथे डायग्राम ड्रॉ करतो दॅट टू बी कनेक्टेड इन अ फॉरवर्ड बायस. बघा फॉरवर्ड बायस मध्ये कनेक्ट झालाय का. Now this is the ideal diode, and when the diode is acts in a forward bias, as it offers the zero resistance, means it can be acts like a short circuit. कारण शॉर्ट सर्किट म्हणजे काय झाला आता हा झिरो रेजिस्टन्स पाथ झाला. Get it my point? Ideally I can speak it. And when the diode it can be connected in a reverse bias, this can be acts like a open circuit. Do you agree with my statement? It means that when the diode, now this is the diode, now it is connected in a reverse bias, means positive terminal must be connected to negative and negative must be connected to the positive, so that this diagram I can replace with this one. आता बघा इथे तुम्हाला स्विच ओपन दिसेल. Here I say that it's open. Do you agree with this point? Is that this is that analogy? That's why I say that this is that imaginary concept is there. It means that simple thing is that as the diode offers the minimum resistance in a forward bias, so that it can be acts like a short circuit. And as the diode offers the maximum resistance, infinite resistance in the reverse bias, it means that it can be acts like a open circuit is there. And this out of this one sentence, it may definitely ask for MCQ type of questions. Is it that clear? Concept lakshat ala ka?
Yes, sir.
Take a screenshot
Yes,
of
sir.
it. Take a screenshot of it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And now, after that, we have to discuss the application of a PN junction diode. Application of a PN junction diode. Now, there are so many applications of the PN junction diodes are there. I say that so many. But out of that, the one of the most popular application of a PN junction diode, which is nothing but rectification. Now, before that, please try to listen that what is mean by the rectification or rectifier circuit. As you know that electricity generated in the form of AC signal, it is transmitted in the form of AC signal, but some of our devices are works on the DC, and for that purpose, we need to convert that AC signal into the DC signal, and the conversion of AC signal into the DC signal, that process is known as rectification. And the circuit which is used to convert AC signal into DC signal, that circuit is called as a rectifier circuit. Rectifier circuit. And in that rectifier circuit, the major component is nothing but PN junction diode. That's why another one name of that PN junction diode is called as a rectifier diode. पहिल्यांदा रेक्टिफिकेशन म्हणजे काय लक्षात घ्या. व्हॉट इज मीन बाय द रेक्टिफिकेशन? आपल्याला माहित आहे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ही अल्टरनेट क्वांटिटी मध्ये जनरेट केली जाते, ट्रान्समिट पण इथंच केली जाते. आपल्या घरामध्ये अवेलेबल सुद्धा ती एसी सिस्टम आहे. कधीतरी तुम्ही ऐकलंय का की इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ही डीसी फॉर्म मध्ये जनरेट केली? नो, इट शुड नॉट. ऍज अँड व्हेन रिक्वायर्ड. आता जसं की आपल्याला आपला स्वतःचा मोबाईल चार्ज करावा लागतो. मोबाईल चार्ज करतो म्हणजे नेमकं काय चार्ज करतो? मोबाईलची बॅटरी. मोबाईलची जर बॅटरी बघितली तर ती काय आहे? डीसी स्टोरेज आहे. बरोबर आहे. म्हणजे आपल्याला मोबाईलच्या बॅटरीमध्ये एनर्जी ही आपण डीसी फॉर्म मध्ये स्टोअर करतोय. म्हणजे बॅटरी चार्ज करण्यासाठी आपल्याला डीसी सप्लाय हवाय, कारण ती बॅटरी ही डीसी स्टोरेज आहे. म्हणजे आपल्याला त्या बॅटरीला चार्ज करण्यासाठी DC सप्लाय देणं गरजेचं आहे. त्याच्यासाठी आपण वापरतो चार्जर. आणि तो चार्जरचं मेन फंक्शन काय आहे? इट कॅन बी कन्वर्ट AC सिग्नल, कारण तो आपण मेन प्लगला कनेक्ट करतो ज्या ठिकाणी आपल्याला 230 व्होल्ट 50 हर्ट्ज सप्लाय अवेलेबल आहे. मग तो कन्वर्ट करतो, तो चार्जरचं मेन फंक्शन आहे AC सिग्नल that to be converted into required value of a DC value. आता ती मोबाईलची बॅटरी तुमची बघा, एकतर 5 व्होल्टची असेल, एकतर 3.4 व्होल्टची असेल किंवा 4.5 व्होल्टची असेल, डिपेंड्स अपॉन द युअर कंपनी ऑफ दॅट मोबाईल अँड दॅट बॅटरी इज दॅट. म्हणजे 230 व्होल्ट एसीचं कन्व्हर्जन हे 5 व्होल्ट मध्ये आपण अजून करूया कन्व्हर्जन केलंय. अँड दॅट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ अ चार्जर. And in that charger, as it converts that AC signal into DC signal, it means that rectification is done. Because the conversion of AC signal into DC signal, that is called as a rectification. And for that rectification, whatever the circuit is used in that charger, the major component is the PN junction diode. Is it that clear? Get it my point? आता हे मी एक एक्झाम्पल तुम्हाला दिले. असे भरपूर एक्झाम्पल्स आहेत ज्याच्यामध्ये रेक्टिफिकेशनची गरज आहे. अँड फॉर दॅट पर्पज ओनली वन कॉम्पोनंट इज मेजर कॉम्पोनंट. म्हणजे फक्त तेवढाच एक कॉम्पोनंट लागतोय असं नाही, पण त्या सर्किट मधला मेजर कॉम्पोनंट जो आहे तो आहे पीएन जंक्शन डायोड. गेट इट माय पॉइंट? Now you have that idea about what is mean by that rectification. The rectification means what? The conversion of AC signal into the DC signal. That process is called as a rectification. And the circuit which is used for that rectification process, that circuit is called as a rectifier circuit. Okay, so please take a screenshot of it. Or
Yes, sir.
okay, now I will try to draw the block diagram of our mobile charger. And तो mobile charger म्हणजे काय आहे? It's a DC regulator circuit. DC regulator circuit. आता याला रेग्युलेटर का म्हणलंय मी पहिल्यांदा सांगतो. आपल्याला मोबाईल चार्ज करण्यासाठी जे हवंय व्होल्टेज ते हवंय 5 व्होल्ट. म्हणजे ती मोबाईलच्या बॅटरीचं स्पेसिफिकेशन आहे. मग आपण बॅटरीला 6 व्होल्ट देऊन चालतंय का? कारण मोबाईल बॅटरी ही चार्ज होते 5 व्होल्टला. मग आपण त्याला 6 व्होल्ट दिलं तर चालेल का? येस और नो?
नो सर.
Sir.
ऍब्सोल्युटली नो. म्हणजे जसं की तुमची कॅपॅसिटी ही 2 चपाती खाण्याची आहे. जर मी तुम्हाला म्हणलं की नाही 5 चपात्या खाल्ल्या पाहिजे, चालतंय का तुम्हाला ते? इट्स नॉट.
नाही.
इट्स ओव्हर अँड अबव. डेफिनेटली यू विल ऑल्सो डॅमेज अँड दॅट बॅटरी ऑल्सो विल डॅमेज. बरोबर आहे का? म्हणजे जे काही कॅपॅसिटी आहे, मॅक्सिमम कॅपॅसिटी आहे, तेवढं व्होल्टेज आपल्याला त्याला दिलं पाहिजे. आता जसं की आपल्या घरामध्ये आपण फिलामेंट लॅम्प वापरतोय, तो डिझाईन केलाय 230 व्होल्टलाच. मग त्याला 440 व्होल्ट दिलं तर चालतंय का? ऍब्सोल्युटली नो. म्हणजे जे स्पेसिफिकेशन आहे ते देणं गरजेचं आहे. मग जर बॅटरी ही आपण अज्युम करूया 5 व्होल्टला चार्ज होते, म्हणजे या जो काही चार्जर यूज करणार आहे त्या चार्जरचं आउटपुट हे 5च व्होल्ट पाहिजे, 6 व्होल्ट असून चालणार नाही. And the main purpose of the charger is it will regulate its output. ते काय करतंय? 5 व्होल्टला आउटपुट रेग्युलेट करतंय. ते कधीही 6 व्होल्ट देणार नाही. आणि जरी 6 व्होल्ट मॅक्सिमम करंट जरी त्या रेग्युलर मधून फ्लो होईल, तर तुमचा रेग्युलेटर म्हणजे तुमचा चार्जर बर्न होईल, परंतु तुमची बॅटरी मात्र शाबूत राहील. Get it my point? So for that purpose that charger is designed. And now as you know that for our domestic purpose, how much supply is available? 230 volt RMS AC voltage, 50 hertz frequency. मग ही एवढं व्होल्टेज आपल्याला अवेलेबल आहे. मग त्या चार्जरला पहिल्यांदा इनपुट म्हणून, ऍज अ इनपुट म्हणून हे आपण काय देतोय? 230 व्होल्ट 50 हर्ट्ज सप्लाय देतोय. बरोबर आहे? मग त्याच्यानंतर पहिला ब्लॉक आहे चार्जरचा, तो आहे रेक्टिफायर सर्किट. रेक्टिफायर सर्किट. मग रेक्टिफिकेशन करतो म्हणजे तो काय करतो, पहिल्यांदा याच्यामध्ये 230 व्होल्ट, नो लेट मी करेक्ट दॅट वन थिंग हिअर. आता याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला जे काही इनपुट व्होल्टेज दिलेलं आहे ते किती दिलेलं आहे, 230 व्होल्ट AC. परंतु आपल्याला आउटपुट किती पाहिजे, असं अज्युम करून चाललोय की आपण 5 व्होल्टच पाहिजे. मग पहिल्यांदा आपल्याला व्होल्टेज लेवल रिड्यूस करावी लागेल. मग आता व्होल्टेज लेवल रिड्यूस कशी करायची सांगा. Which component should I use here so that the voltage level it will get reduces? Yes, please. May I use here transformer, step down transformer?
Yes, sir.
Is it right? As you know that the transformer can either reduce the voltage level or increase the voltage level, or it make it as a same step up and step down transformer. So now here I say that, but the one thing is that the transformer will not convert the AC signal into DC signal. It just reduce the voltage level. It means that output of transformer is still AC, but with the reducing level here for that purpose. And that part we have already learned in the second topic, magnetic circuit and the single phase transformer. And now once the voltage level is reduced, then this reduced voltage AC signal, कारण हा signal कसा आहे, AC आहे. Get it my point? So the transformer, in the definition of a transformer itself, we say that the transformer is a device which will transfer the energy from one point to another point without changing its frequency. म्हणजे output of a transformer is still AC. आणि आता जे काही व्होल्टेज लेवल रिड्यूस करून जो सिग्नल मिळालेला आहे ट्रान्सफॉर्मर कडून, that signal is given to the rectifier circuit. And now as you know that what we expect from that rectifier circuit, that AC signal must be converted into the DC signal. But one of the major disadvantage of all rectifier circuit is that the rectifier circuit will not convert 100% AC signal into DC signal. So this is the output of a rectifier circuit. आता जरी डेफिनेशन आपण अशी करतोय रेक्टिफायर सर्किटची, द सर्किट विच विल कन्वर्ट दॅट AC सिग्नल इंटू DC सिग्नल. मग DC सिग्नल म्हणजे आपल्याला अशा प्रकारचा ग्राफ मिळायला हवा होता, कारण हे प्युअर DC सिग्नलचा ग्राफ आहे. परंतु आपल्याला ग्राफ कसा मिळतोय बघा, हे आउटपुट आहे फुल वेव्ह रेक्टिफायर सर्किटचं, बरोबर आहे. अँड इफ यू सी दॅट आउटपुट, you can easily say that this is a not pure DC signal. It means that the output of a rectifier circuit, it consists of a AC plus DC. कारण ते प्युअर AC सिग्नल पण मिळालेलं नाही आणि प्युअर DC सिग्नल पण मिळालेलं नाही, आणि त्याला म्हटलं जातं इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स लँग्वेज मध्ये पल्सेटिंग DC. Pulsating DC, which is nothing but the combination of AC and DC. And हा disadvantage सगळ्याच रेक्टिफायर सर्किटचा आहे. And for that, as we want that the pure DC signal, but output of the rectifier circuit is not a pure DC signal, still AC signal, unwanted component. हे component नको आहे तिथे output मध्ये. And for that we use that the filter circuit. Filter circuit. And the function of that filter circuit is just to remove that AC and only allow the DC component, so that output of a filter circuit is a pure DC signal. Pure DC signal. मग आता आपण फिल्टरचं आउटपुट हे डायरेक्ट बॅटरीला देऊ शकतो का मोबाईल चार्जिंगच्या? जर फिल्टरचं आउटपुट 6 व्होल्ट असेल तर, किंवा 7 व्होल्ट असेल तर ते डायरेक्ट देऊ शकत नाही. मग त्याच्यासाठी दुसरा जो ब्लॉक आहे तो आहे रेग्युलेटर सर्किट. And this regulator circuit will regulate the output voltage. Regulator circuit. मग आपल्याला किती पाहिजे? 5 व्होल्ट. त्याच्यासाठी ते रेग्युलेटर सर्किट डिझाइन करायचं आणि तेवढंच व्होल्टेज हे आपल्याला बॅटरीला इथं कनेक्ट करायचंय. and then we can connect the output of the regulator circuit for the required purposes there. So in this is the general block diagram of our mobile charger. आता या ट्रान्सफॉर्मर जो ऑलरेडी आपण शिकलेला आहे सेकंड टॉपिक मध्ये, आता या सेकंड ब्लॉक मध्ये आपल्याला शिकायचं आहे रेक्टिफायर सर्किट. Rectifier circuit, and in that actually two types are there. One is half wave rectifier circuit and another one is full wave rectifier circuit. In that full wave rectifier circuit, again the two types are there. One is center tap full wave rectifier circuit and another one is bridge rectifier circuit. हे 3 रेक्टिफायर सर्किट आपल्याला या दुसऱ्या ब्लॉक मध्ये शिकायचं आहे. अगेन इन द फिल्टर सर्किट देर आर सो मेनी टाइप्स ऑफ फिल्टर सर्किट्स आर देर. पाय फिल्टर सर्किट, चॉक फिल्टर सर्किट, कॅपेसिटर फिल्टर सर्किट, इंडक्टर फिल्टर सर्किट. बट फॉर युअर सिलेबस वी हैव टू लर्न ओनली वन फिल्टर सर्किट and that is nothing but capacitor filter circuit. Okay, and we know that the filter circuit will remove the AC component and will allow the DC component as an output. And after that, as we know that we have to learn that regulator circuit, and there are again the so many types of regulator circuits are there, but for your syllabus we have to learn Zener regulator circuit. Baga syllabus तुम्ही Zener regulator circuit is there, and then our first topic will be over. So all these things we need to discuss henceforth is there. Get it my point? सगळ्यांना लक्षात आली का बघा ही ब्लॉक डायग्राम? Yes or no? Please take a screenshot of it. Get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And now see that our second block. आता ही ब्लॉक डायग्राम लक्षात ठेवायची आहे सगळ्यांनी. पहिला ब्लॉक म्हणजे ट्रान्सफॉर्मर, दुसरा ब्लॉक म्हणजे रेक्टिफायर, तिसरा ब्लॉक म्हणजे फिल्टर सर्किट आणि चौथा ब्लॉक म्हणजे रेग्युलेटर. शेवटच्या पॉइंट पर्यंत ही ब्लॉक डायग्राम सगळ्यांच्या डोळ्यासमोर असणं गरजेचं आहे, तर तुम्हाला तो सिक्वेन्स लक्षात येईल. अदरवाईज जे काही कन्सेप्ट मी इथून पुढे सांगणार आहे त्याचं तुम्हाला तो सिक्वेन्स, त्याची एक चेन लक्षात येणं गरजेचं आहे. अदरवाईज रॅन्डमली जर तुम्हाला ती लक्षात ठेवायचा प्रयत्न केला, इट्स क्वाइट डिफिकल्ट थिंग इज दॅट. सो दॅट्स वाय आय हॅव गिवन दिस 4 ब्लॉक. फर्स्ट इज अ ट्रान्सफॉर्मर, second is a rectifier, third one is a filter, and now after that is a regulator circuit. आणि पहिल्या प्रत्येक लेक्चरला इथून पुढं पहिल्यांदा मी हे 4 ब्लॉक रॅन्डमली कुणालाही विचारणार. गेट इट माय पॉइंट? आता ट्रान्सफॉर्मर ब्लॉक आपण का बघितलं नाही, कारण ऑलरेडी आपण लर्न केलेलं आहे. And now we are going to discuss that the second block, that is nothing but the rectifier block. And here we say that application of a PN junction diode. The PN junction diode can be used as a rectifier circuit. First one is a half wave rectifier. There are two types, half wave and a full wave rectifier. And in that full wave, again, two types are there: center tap full wave rectifier circuit and the bridge rectifier circuit. And now we will discuss the one by one is there. So let's we try to discuss about the half wave rectifier circuit. आता ती half wave rectifier circuit means circuit diagram. What is the circuit diagram? So your attention should be towards the two things. Number one, what is the circuit diagram for a half wave rectifier circuit, and number two, how it works. मग त्याच्यावरून तुम्हाला बाकी सगळे कन्सेप्ट्स हे लक्षात येणार आहेत. Now see that what is the circuit diagram of a half wave rectifier circuit. As I already said that before the rectifier circuit, what is the block is there? कोणता ब्लॉक शिकलो आपण रेक्टिफायर सर्किटच्या अगोदरचा ब्लॉक? It's a transformer. So the starting of every rectifier circuit is with a transformer block. So this is the transformer. As we already learned the symbol of a transformer. Transformer, it consists of two winding, primary winding and secondary winding. आता जर तुम्ही इथं सिम्बॉल बघितलं तर प्रायमरी वाइंडिंग मध्ये नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स बघा आणि सेकंडरी वाइंडिंग मध्ये नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स बघा. हॅव यू नोटीस द डिफरन्स? कारण तो मेन पर्पज काय आहे ट्रान्सफॉर्मरचा? द व्होल्टेज लेवल मस्ट बी रिड्युस्ड आणि नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स कमी केले म्हणजे काय झाले? व्होल्टेज लेवल रिड्यूस झाले. सो दिस इज द प्रायमरी वाइंडिंग. ओके, नाउ इफ आय से दैट, give me 1 minute. If I say that this is the primary winding, primary winding आपण कशाला कनेक्ट करणार? This is the primary winding which is connected to the AC supply. Am I right? And now
Yes, sir.
these are the 2 points of a secondary winding. Let me say that point A and point B. Now in between these 2 points, now for half wave rectifier circuit, only one PN junction diode is used. आणि तो कसा कनेक्ट केलाय बघा. It's connected to a point A in series with that point A, and one load resistor is connected in a series with this diode, and the second terminal of that R is connected to the point P. म्हणजे हाफ वेव्ह रेक्टिफायर सर्किट मध्ये एक PN junction diode हा यूज केलेला. And whatever that output voltage is there, so this output voltage we will measure across these load resistors R here. Get it my point? Okay, so today we stop here as our time is over. So in the next lecture, definitely we will try to see once again the circuit diagram, its working principle, and the waveform of this half wave rectifier circuit, and simultaneously we will discuss that the full wave rectifier circuit is there. Is it okay? So today we stop here.